Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today's video is more of a news video based on facts, guys. Lots of fake news are spread all over the internet, different YouTube channel, different forums. People are spreading misinformation saying that Canada immigration has ceased. They are no longer accepting any more immigrants. You know, the immigration programs have stopped. I'll tell you this, guys, my channel has been hit because of it extremely strong too. Like 50% less people are watching the videos about Canada right now because of all of those news. But the reality is they are fake. You know, Canada still needs more immigrants. And actually the immigration minister has just recently announced. He said, we understand that immigration is economic driver for this country and future of this country depends on the immigrants. Did you know that Canada has been one of the G7 most growing economies out of G7 countries before the COVID-19 happened? In fact, last year, 437,000 people came to Canada. We can say that they are immigrants, even though it's a combination of international students, foreign workers, and immigrants. But why am I saying they are all immigrants? Well, it's because most of foreign workers, they come here on working visas, and they are, most of them, planning to stay here. Same thing with international students. Majority of them, when they come to Canada, they have a plan or a goal to stay here. That's one of the ways to get extra points for your immigration. So we can safely say those people are immigrants who came to Canada, which has been the highest immigration growth in the last 30 years in the Canadian immigration history, according to the article. I'll leave it in the link in the description of this video, so you know I'm not making things up, especially those people who are in Canada who have no idea about immigration process, and they will leave really bad comments on this video saying unemployment rate, people getting laid off, we don't need no more immigrants. But I'll tell you this, guys, the reality is this: people who comment that, they have no immigration authority whatsoever, and immigration hasn't changed. It's actively working right now. It's active and accepting more immigrants. As I said, 10,000 people increased every year until 2022. So Canada, even though with all the situation that's happening right now, needs more immigrants. According to the news, guys, the goal of this entire program is to increase Canada's population up to 100 million people by 2000. So in next 80 years, the forecast is to increase the population of Canada to 100 million people. And of course, the goal is not immigration, as I said. The goal is to have that population, and immigration is just one of the means to meet that goal. And of course, Canadian government is going to be working on the educational system, on the transportation facilities, and everything associated to provide a service for that amount of people to accommodate everyone. So that's one of the goals, and you can actually, again, check out that article, description of this video, which is going to be very useful for those of people who come here and negatively comment. Why does Canada need more immigrants, you would say? Well, immigrants come here with all their life savings, with the money. They come to this country with all of that money coming from other countries. So basically it's a loss for the country where they're coming from, because they're taking away that money from that economy and bring them here to Canada. They buy Canadian services, they buy Canadian products. Even if they don't start a company, by buying those services, by buying those products, they create jobs. They create those positions in Canada. So you cannot just say that they are coming here, taking our jobs and not doing anything at all for us. You know, like some people do in the comments if you read. But I'll tell you this, guys, immigrants, they are a driver to an economy. And that's why Canada hasn't stopped any immigration programs. Now, let's look at the immigration programs. So let's look at the visas right now, okay? So for foreign workers, they are still accepting foreign workers. All you have to do is self-isolate yourself for 2 weeks once you arrive to Canada after travel. That's, if you're coming to Canada and you have a job offer, you have a work permit, you got everything you need, you are landing, just make sure you talk to your employer. They will understand, because that's the legislation. It's not like you want to have 2 weeks off. Say that you would have to be self-isolated for 2 weeks on your arrival before you can start working. As simple as that. Similar situation for international students. I know there was some confusions. They were planning to stop international students. Then they said we are not going to do that because they realized how much money they are going to lose, because international students, they bring tons of money. They create jobs for professors. They bring that money into the economy. You know, it's just like a huge payment. They pay 3 times more than Canadians pay for the education in Canada. So you can imagine how much money Canadian economy is prospering from it. That's why they still bring international students to Canada. And if you ask me about immigration programs, AAPP, by the way, guys, I have a store that I opened on my website. It's igorryltsev.com/shop. Check out the products there. It's amazing. And I'm always increasing the amount of products and services that are offered there on the website. Check them out, guys. By the way, AAPP, Rural Immigration, Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, those programs are still active. Express Entry is still active. Draws are going in. Nothing stopped. It's just that people, for some reason, believed that everything stopped. People are getting their PRs, permanent residencies. They are still coming to Canada. Some people have shifted their dates to move to Canada simply because of the airlines, you know, from the lockdowns from their home countries. And as soon as their territories, their countries, their areas are reopened to airports to coming to Canada, they are coming. So nothing has stopped. It's just minor delays on the logistical part, not the immigration part. It's ridiculous when people are saying immigration has stopped, especially with the Donald Trump talking about the US and half of the world thinking that Canada is part of the US. I hope I'm wrong, but it was a joke, guys. My dark Ukrainian humor, but there are people who are asking me, which state do you live in Canada? It's a province, it's not the US, it's not a state. It's funny, guys. So what can you do in the meantime, guys? Meanwhile, while we are going through this crazy world situation where nothing actually stopped, it's just an impression that it did slow down, but it didn't really, guys. You can do your IELTS test. You can get your English score. You can start doing your educational credentials. So just to show, you know, to certify your education, it's going to be useful to you even if you decide to immigrate to any other country. So get English done, certify your educational credential assessment, basically your diplomas, your university degrees. That's going to be really helpful for you during your immigration. Just remember this, guys. You are interested in immigrating to Canada, and Canada is interested in you immigrating to this beautiful, beautiful country. Guys, that's why I came out outside to shoot a video for you guys, so you just understand that everything is still here. It's just less people on the streets right now. Yeah, everything is good in Canada. Nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. It's just that lots of fake news going on. Guys, if you like this video and find it useful, give it a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. We'll see you soon. See you next video, guys. See you in Canada. No, don't give up. And Canadians, stay strong.